And welcome back to the Regerts Podcast. And I'm Leroy. I decided to try out this live thing just for fun. I'm recording this off my iPhone 5S, in case you're wondering about the mic quality. And if you listen to my last week's podcast, which I doubt because there's only one person that listened, I talked a lot about nipples. And I'm kind of sorry, and, are you sure you want to talk about nips, Morty? You have no idea what to do with them, Morty. You're obsessed with them, and you don't even question why you have nips, Morty. You think just because you can gurgle image search nips anytime you want, that's okay, Morty? No, Morty, it's not okay, Morty. You're obsessed, Morty. It's why I invented this machine. I put your thoughts about nips in this end, Morty, and your head in the other end, and it'll turn into your eyes into nipples, Morty. Oh man, I have no idea how this thing works. There are no messages yet. Be the first to say something. So yeah, I'm just looking around. I've never messed with this scene. I just got off of a 12-hour shift, and my voice is hoarse because I scream and shout and yell and have too much fun at work. Speaking of nipples, I remembered I had this really weird voicemail that I left for my best friend from childhood, and I leave him stuff like this all the time, so I thought that I would go ahead and share it for you. No, I don't want to talk to you. Okay. So here it goes, and if you tune in while you're listening to this, you're going to be like, what the hell's going on?
My nipples are actually very, very soft right now. They're not even semi-hard. The problem is that I get hair around my nipples and I don't like it, so I take tweezers and I pull them out, and I just don't like the way it feels. So having hair on my nipples, I don't like the way it looks either. It doesn't look right, because nipples are actually for women, but men are actually half women. We all start out as babies as women. That's a fact. You can look it up in the womb. We all start out as women. So the theory that men were created first and that women were created second probably isn't right. Adam, the guy, probably is the one that led Eve into temptation. And if you think about it, it totally makes sense because guys are controlled by their wieners. So yeah, I really wanted to share all of that with you, and I hope that you really think about it, and you sit there and you stare out the window on a cloudy day and think about your life, and you really go back and you think about everything that I've said, because it will change your life if you do. And I really, your life should be changed. You know what I mean? I just, just really think. Just think about it. I mean, what would you do if you didn't have nipples? Your chest would look funny, even though you have small nipples. I'm just saying. You need to really concentrate on having larger nipples, and they'll be bigger. Okay? And if you can't, just remember I'm there for you, and we can tattoo bigger nipples on. I'm just letting you know. Alright, I'm gonna listen to this voicemail.
Okay, so I left that voicemail for my buddy, and hopefully that came through okay. I don't know how well that translated through, because it's a recording of a recording, and he actually recorded that for me and sent it to me, so yeah. The thing at the end, I'm not obsessed with nipples, I swear to God. It's just, it comes up a lot, like, when it gets cold out, my nipples get hard. But anyway, the thing about his little nipples is that when we were growing up, I had a swimming pool. I'm not rich or anything. Don't think I am. I had a above ground swimming pool. It was like 3 foot deep, 15 foot across. You've probably seen them. And we used to go swimming. And one day he's like, "Hey man," I was like, "What?" He's like, "This is a weird question. Are my nipples small?" And I was like, okay, this is really weird, because I know he had to have compared them to mine. And I never, it's something I never even, thought about or noticed. I mean, they're a little bit on the small side, but I wouldn't say they're, micro nipples or anything. But, oh, man, I freaking, I give him so much shit about that to this day. And that's what that was about. And I found out that women that have breast cancer and have to have mastectomies, that they can get new nipples tattooed on, which I thought was pretty cool. So that's where that came from. It's because you could probably get bigger areolas tattooed on if you want. Which the areola is, God damn it, I'm talking too much about nipples. The areola is the colored part around the nipple. So it's not technically the nipples. Maybe he was just talking about the little part that sticks out. I don't know. I didn't look that close. Would a good friend look at another friend's nipples real close? I mean, another guy would get real close and be like, yeah, dog, your nipples, they're real small. Would that be weird for two guy friends to do, or, whatever? So the first 6 minutes of this podcast has been about nipples. You hear that jangling? It's maxing out my mic. That is my name badge. And it's very cool. It's Ninja Turtles. It says Turtle Power. My kids got it for me. So, yeah. And, so, in case you're wondering, yeah, I'm not a little boy. I've got kids and stuff. I kind of glossed over that. My headlights are still on. I'm sitting in my car in a parking lot because the ambiance, the setting outside, the sound quality that you get inside of a car is unparalleled. It's almost like having your own little mini studio. And I have no idea how well this is going to go across the airwaves because I'm using Straight Talk, the nation's fastest LTE network. I have no idea. Straight Talk, not for homosexuals. I wish they'd let me submit that as the new tagline. I'm sorry if I offended you, but not really, because I don't got any regrets about that. But, yeah, I figured I'd go with this live thing and see if I got any kind of views or listens or whatever. There's a button with smiley faces. I just got to push it real quick. I hope it doesn't interrupt anything. Oh. Plug in headphones to listen in while microphone is on, or switch the microphone off. Drooling. So if I push the microphone off. Oh God. That's so stupid. Oh crap. So I can only talk for 15 minutes because I'm probably not ever gonna spend $5 a month for just the normal service. It went all the way up to, what was it, the very important person package or the presidential package or something, and you could pay, what was it, $150 a month or something? Like, so do people make money on podcasts? Because if you're making money, that much money that you can spend $150 a month just to talk and upload it somewhere, that's insane. I'm sorry. That's just crazy. One of the other things I wanted to talk about was my crazy-ass neighbors. They moved in about a year or two after me and into the house next door. And my first impression of the guy is, oh my God, he's a giant, because I'm 5'7", and this dude, I asked him, this is what he says, he might be lying about that extra inch or so, like some guys do. And I'm like, hey man, how tall are you? He's like, I'm 6'8", which I believe it, because my head, God damn it, I'm at about eye level with his nipples. Son of a bitch. Came back around. Anyway, we kind of got along. I lent him my chainsaw. He borrowed my air tank and stuff. He gave me some gas one time out of a 5-gallon container. Just kind of, I was more of a neighbor to him than he was to me. And when he was deployed in Iraq, my girlfriend and I, we would help mow his wife's lawn. That sounds like a euphemism for a threesome, but it's really not. And so we'd help mow her lawn and get bats out of her house and stuff. Well, he came back, and at first it was okay, and crap.